whirled toward the door. You know what I think is delicious? Fable asked, a cool tone in her voice. Bunny stopped in her tracks and spun around. Turnips, cabbage, beanstalk, roots. Fable raised a single eyebrow. I think dark magic is delicious. Bunny's eyes widened. Her gaze darkened to the wall, to the painting of the Thorn family crest. In the center of the crest, the milk-toed doors of dark magic.
What is it? Modern doors.
Of dark magic. Wrapped around the evil wolf eye that seemed to follow Bunny no matter where she stood in the room. The painting was initiating to some and responsible to others depending on what side of the magical word one stood. You can't eat dark magic, Bunny said, though she didn't sound entirely convinced. A dark fairy can do whatever she pleases with dark magic. Fable cooled informed her. Bunny's nose twitched and thrilled. Fable to see that her little dark magic comment had stirred uncertainty in her roommate. Of course, Fable would never use dark magic to hurt Bunny or any other student at Granddaughter High. Causing harm to others could get her expelled. While at school, it was best to follow her headmaster's rules, or at the very least appear to be doing so. But every once in a while, a reminder was needed. Fable was no ordinary student. At that fact should be forgotten not.
That should never be forgotten, not by her roommate.
Not by her roommate, not by anyone. Fable's mother was the dark fairy, the one who hadn't been invited to the celebration after Sleeping Beauty was born, and thus had cursed Sleeping Beauty to sleep for 100 years. The dark fairy was royalty in the fairy world, and it was Fable's destiny to one day wear her mother's crown and become the most villainous of all fairies. It was Fable's opinion to a glorious destiny and it filled her with pride. So as she looked at her Wonderland roommate, she smiled most wickedly. In the future, I suggest you keep your veggie snacks on your side of the room. Her eyes blazed and both beds rose off the floor. Just a little reminder of her magical powers. Sure, okay, Bunny. Oh, you're right. I've been kind of messy. Oh dear. Is that a correct time? I'm going to be late for a very important date. And off she went as quickly as she could. Who could blame her for wanting to make her escape? roaming with her daughter of the darkest of dark fairies, was a bit unsettling at times. Dark bark. Dark bark. No, bark, bark. What the heck is going on? Really? Pharaoh reached down and scooped a small fluff ball into her arms. Then the creature was waggling, pom-pom puppy named Spindle. But these were the moments when Fable allowed her icy exterior to melt, for she loves Spindle with all her heart. This might have surprised someone, but being a villain did not mean that Fable was incapable of love. Quite the opposite. Fable felt things deeply, and she loved her family with the ferocity of a fairy hearts might be similar than human hearts, but they beat with a rhythm that is powered by magic. Fairies are capable of love with our measure, but without our measure. Without measure. But so too are they capable of the darker emotion, also without measure. She kissed Spindle's head, hugged him, and laughed when she licked her cheek. That's enough, little one, she said tenderly. I've got to finish getting dressed. It's a busy day. As usual, she set him on her bed and stretched onto his tongue, watching while Fable finished trying her sneakers.
You can't finish.